We're at Madison Square Garden, and it is fight week. We have Gennady, GGG, Golovkin, going against Danny Jacobs. This is the middleweight unification fight. It is on HBO Pay-Per-View, and once again, it's Saturday, March 18th.
Oh, this is awesome.
Yes.
I remember this.
This is for Danny Jacobs, and he was in the Catholic New York. And tell our audience a little bit about why you became involved in boxing.
I became a fan and an athlete in the sport of boxing because of a bullying situation that happened to me when I was in junior high school. I got bullied, and I found out that the same bullying kid was going down to a local PAO taking up boxing classes. So I figured this was the proper way for me to go down and, for both of us to handle our differences and do it the right way, put on gloves opposed to, fighting in school or fighting in the streets. And, it was a good outturn for me because, I came on to do big things and become champ of the world.
And how did the children react?
The children were phenomenal. They were phenomenal. They were amazed to see me there. They were definitely glorified to see my belt when I brought my boxing belt there. So they loved it. Anytime you're dealing with children, it's a good feeling. Always want to give back. You always want to make sure that the youth are inspired by what you do.
Yes, that was wonderful. Thank you. That, as I said, Catholic New York. And just to end, it's since the beginning, actually, at Madison Square Garden. I remember when you said, oh, I'm going to become a champion. So here you are once again, and how do you feel about what's going to happen this Saturday?
Well, first off, I want to thank you for your endless support of my career. And secondly, I'm grateful to have this opportunity. This is one of a lifetime that anyone who comes into the sport of boxing, they want to have this moment. They want to fight the best and can be considered the best. So now that I have that opportunity, it's 5 days away. I'm just anxious, and I'm looking forward to that night.
And your confidence, good?
My confidence is through the roof. I have the support of my family, which is all I really need, and I'm motivated by captivating my dreams and inspiring people all in one night.
Thank you. Hey, give a shout out to your fans.
Thank you, everyone, for always supporting me, supporting my causes as well with my foundation, the Get in the Ring Foundation. And you can keep up with what I'm doing with my social media at Daniel Jacobs TKO on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Thank you. How was it out west?
It was very wet. It rained a lot, and although when we were there it was a little bit cooler than here, it seems like the roles have changed because when we returned home now it's cold and it's warming up out there.
And tell me, how's Danny's confidence level going into this?
He's ready to go. He's at an all-time high in belief and confidence and diligence, and we had a wonderful training camp. He's 195% ready to go.
And just tell me a little bit about the food. Chris Algieri, it seemed to have made a big display on what he'll be eating.
Oh, well, Chris is a fantastic cook. He's a creative cook. I almost term him in the Food Network's challenge when you have the chefs cooking against each other. He'll jump in the refrigerator, he'll grab whatever's there. It might be leftovers, and he'll bring it back to life. It's just amazing. I told him he needs to go on the Food Network and really put his culinary skills up on the table and show the people what he has.
Well, hey, any prediction?
Victory.
With this Chris Algieri. Now, Chris, tell me a little bit about the foods and the different recipes that you served.
Yeah, so people ask what kind of style. I don't really have a set style. My mother's from Argentina, my father's Italian, so I have kind of that Latin plus that Mediterranean mix. So I really like to mix things up.
And what were some of his favorite dishes?
So he was always looking forward to steak night. We always did Taco Tuesdays as well, which is always a good time. And I have a secret turkey burger recipe that I think was probably Danny's favorite.
And is it you want protein or what mainly is the diet?
It actually changes during camp. As a boxer, you need a lot of carbohydrates because it's such an intense workout. So it's definitely very carb heavy, but also protein is important for recovery and for your immune system. But also, I'm big on fats because I think I want to keep you healthy, and vitamins and minerals being able to be assimilated, as well as being full and feeling satisfied.
And how's his weight? I mean, was everything good, in shape?
I'm very happy with where he's at weight-wise. We're going to make the weight, and it's probably going to be the most comfortable that he's ever made the weight. And on fight night, he's going to be the biggest, strongest, baddest version of Danny Jacobs.
I know Danny a lot of times said that he also does a lot of smaller weights, as opposed to, just strong ones, repetitions, less weights. Did he do that this time?
Yeah, Danny's not a big weightlifter, especially with heavy stuff. He does a lot more just kind of strengthening, keeping his body right and loose. He's got power. He doesn't really need to work on that.
And any prediction?
I predict Danny winning this fight by knockout.
You've talked a lot. A matter of fact, I've been around with Danny from the beginning too, with the Golden Gloves. You said that that's how you found him, and you're impressed with him, and he's part of the family. So tell us how the training went, and he might be a little bit of the underdog. How is he going about that?
Well, training camp's been amazing. It was good to get away from New York, get away from all the distractions. We had 2 top 10 middleweights in the world sparring with him, so they got him ready. And, we're 5 days away. Like I said up on stage earlier, 5 days away from all the opinions and all the trash talk being meaningless. And then it's just about, 2 guys in the ring and who lands first.
And you've always believed in him. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, I met him when he was 15. I went to the Golden Gloves. I had no idea that he was going to be there that night. I didn't even know who he was. And I saw this kid get up, and he had hand speed I had never seen before on somebody that age. So I had called my dad up at the time, who got me into boxing when I was 7 years old, and I said, "Dad, I just saw the next Sugar Ray Leonard." And he said, "Oh, you saw a good guy?" I said, "No, you got to see this kid. I saw the next Sugar Ray Leonard." Because besides the skill, Danny's got the looks, the charisma, and I believed in him from day one. And it's been 15 years in the making to get to this point, and I'm very, very confident about Saturday night.
And prediction?
4th round TKO for Danny.
I'm Kristal Hart reporting from Madison Square Garden here in New York City. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the fights.